second arrow. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Let's go now. Next right, opposite, green, black block.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll get this to about the 38. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 65 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by London. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early. early, but he could not secure it. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now Mahomes. Touchdown! A great play. His first touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack on first down, Lance looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Looking deep downfield.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big third down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Now a play fake. Lance looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mahomes going to throw. Caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. 21-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
43, 15. Go, baby.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Ready.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lance looking to throw it. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Check white.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Blue, check. Switch, yellow. Check, pink.
From the gun to give to Mitchell.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Let's go.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Yellow, check pink. Smith, red.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
But once again, it's Mitchell. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
And Lance going to throw.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2nd and 2. Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now Lance on the bootleg. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Lance under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leo Chanel, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Second quarter in Cleveland. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Come on, set. 52 black, switch, yellow, check pink.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Complete. This is Mitchell.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yellow, yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fair...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now it's Mahomes again. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. A solid stiff arm. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So what you got?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now receiver in motion left. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Here's Lance.
He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. They'll try and run right on the option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Let's go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow, line.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
On the double.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Lance to the right side and into the hands of the tight end Granson. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that'll keep this a 22-point game.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Room here to run. Still on his feet. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final. We're back now in KC. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57, color, 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Easy. Yellow. Easy.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
And they, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
Mahomes going to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he comes back with one complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4.
Running the slant, Gray with it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Quez Watkins.
26 yards.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. You know, we've discussed this before and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to... line now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's one play at a time, baby. Yeah, go right now. I don't need to. I don't need to.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got his man. It's London. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Ready up.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. Now the 49ers are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Okay, Frank.
On first down, Lance.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To try again after the sack. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability there to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, Connor, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this